Hello, buenos dias to another video of the Wonder Life. Last night we decided to come to Querim Beach and we spent a beautiful, beautiful night in this hot tub.
Hot tub.
Oh,
This is your one opportunity.
this is like the hot. This is
It's a beach hut.
exactly.
It's not a hot
it.
tub.
A beach hut.
I
a
wish it
beach
was a hot
hut.
tub.
Anyway, this is the bathroom. It's a very simple bathroom. Last night we have some visitors. We have some frogs and some.
And what I didn't tell Siamara this morning
was
was that I found a big spider on the toilet seat.
Did you? Oh no.
Yeah, that's why the floors work, 'cause I used the bum gun to get it away.
Oh no. So we have a few visitors. Yeah. We have some lizards as well. But yeah, this is only for 700 rupees, so it's very, very cheap. And
It's nice as well, though, isn't it? Because it's like keeps the temperature super cool.
yeah,
And listen,
we had the best night.
can you hear it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I can hear it. You have the waves. We have the best night sleep. I think that from all the places that we have slept so far, this without that has been the best. Like we slept like babies last night. So today we are gonna take you around this beach and show you this beautiful paradise. It's very early, so everyone is still sleeping. Morning. We are in the middle of a little wild place. And then
It's in the deadly crocodile river.
mi amor,
See.
a passaggio.
Okay. That was your introduction from Xiomara Gonzalez, our newest addition to the Wonder Life team. And yes, this is Querim Beach, located in northern Goa. About 20-minute ride on a scooter north of Arambol, or a half-an-hour walk. You would have seen the previous video. We walked to this particular beach, but some time went by in between that video. We actually relaxed here for the day and then made our way back to Arambol. We were considering changing and going to a different beach in Goa, maybe down to Anjuna or somewhere else, because we wanted to get a place to stay for a month. Anyway, I made a friend on the beach in the morning, went for a swim, and he said, look, you know, Arambol is the best place in Goa. I don't know if that's true. I've been to other places in Goa before, but my stay was relatively short. And so, you know, we thought maybe this is a place where we can build a little community for a month, so let's stay. Unfortunately, yesterday we were searching for a place to stay and it was very difficult. All of the places are full. Not many of the places that we could find had kitchen facility, because we'd like to have somewhere to make breakfast. And the places that we did eventually see that had an availability were priced quite extortionately, to be honest. We looked at one place that was in some little village, which is fine. We want something nice and quaint and quiet, but it was essentially a room in somebody's house that they'd kind of converted. The mattress was on the floor. The kitchen facility was just a worktop with a gas stove on it. And they wanted 40,000 rupees for the month, which equates to about 400 British pounds or 450 US dollars, something like that, which is pretty crazy, you know, considering the basic facilities. Again, we want that, but basic facilities should come with a simple price. And so, you know, what we've heard is that ordinarily the price of these places would be like 15 or 20,000. We got offered a place here in Querim yesterday, by a local guy. And he said his place was 15,000 for the month. So we went and checked it out. And in terms of living standards, it was very simple, very basic, but there was no Wi-Fi, which again, unfortunate happenstance of the 21st century is that it's hard to kind of live without Wi-Fi these days, especially when you're making videos like these, and you know, you need access to things like your bank and, you know, to be able to call your family and whatever. So despite the great price, it just wasn't workable for us. So we stayed the night on the beach hut here, and then today, after this video, we're probably going to make our way back to Arambol and begin the hunt again. The waves are tasty in the morning, aren't they?
Yeah, smell like fish.
That's not the beach either. So
No, last night around here we have a really nice day. It's really good.
it's very relaxed.
Calm. Like in Arambol you have.
Oh, there's Simara's shoes wet. Well, those are a bit wet now, aren't they?
Yeah, they are a little bit wet.
That's where that fishy.
They needed a wash.
That's where that fishy smell is coming from.
But yeah, it was very nice because in comparison with Arambol, Arambol is very noisy at nights because there is lots of party, there is lots of places to eat. And here is completely the opposite. You only have like 3 places and that's it. And everyone at night goes to sleep early, so it's really good.
It's deadly silent, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think one of the things that I would say that about Arambol that I don't like is it is quite developed. And I don't mean that in the sense that, you know, it's got tall stone buildings and skyscrapers, but I just mean there's a lot of commerce along the beach. If this was Arambol now, there'd be bars, beach huts the whole way down. And that in itself is not such a problem, but the one thing that I don't like with it is that they all play the music quite loud, and from one bar to the next the music kind of intertwines and you end up with this kind of horrible noise, to be honest. So it's a bit more difficult to find a relaxing spot in Arambol, whereas on this beach here in Querim, it's beautiful. This is more tropical, very relaxing. And like Simara said, if you want a good night's sleep, this is where to come. As for swimming, going in the water, you can see that the waves are pretty choppy, pretty rough going this morning. It does seem to be that the waves are more powerful in the morning, because on Arambol yesterday I went out in the morning for a swim before we thought we were going to be leaving, and I went out with my sunglasses. Within about 10 minutes I lost them, which is very frustrating because they were a good pair, a nice pair, but c'est la vie. Anyway, I'm in the water and I'm feeling on the floor and I'm like, oh, I found them. I can feel my sunglasses. So I go down and I pick them up and I see that they weren't mine. Somebody else had had the same issue. They'd lost their sunglasses and I'd now found them. So I was like, okay, well, at least I've got something to wear, because as you can see, I'm pretty blind in the sun. And I put them on. And within 5 minutes, I lost those ones as well. I didn't learn my lesson, so I'm now without glasses because of the choppy morning tide. Later in the afternoon, though, it's much more calm. Should be you, that.
Should be there, yeah.
Seen someone walking with dumbbells before.
Very interesting. Just wondering what those dumbbells from.
Yeah, they're not exactly easy to put in your hand luggage, are they? So as you can see right now, the beach is super calm, very quiet, very few people here. Apart from my big mouth, there's not much noise either. But we did have a little surprise yesterday, which was arriving to this beach. We came through the village and it's beautiful. It's very tropical, very authentic. There's palm trees, there's fields and ponds with animals and cows, and yeah, it feels much more like real Goa. Arambol is a fantastic place. It's a really good place to kind of bed down for some time, meet some nice people, and just have some comforts, you know, have some drinks and some food and things like that. But I wouldn't necessarily say it's got traditional Goan, a traditional Goan feeling. For me, maybe that's kind of worn away over time. But this place here, you're in a little paradise, aren't you?
So far it is.
Must be a lot of coastal wear here though. The waves at certain times, maybe during storms or something, must come in and in the past must have battered here. That's a rock in there. And another one. Oh, this is like from the ocean or something. How can we find our way into the town? This is where I'm possibly going to regret not wearing shoes. At the moment, there's a software, or whatever you want to call it, a program that's sweeping the world, and it's called ChatGTP. It's an artificial intelligence designed by some company or whatever, and it's highly sophisticated. You can ask it questions, and runs its algorithms and scours the web for information, and it will give you a pretty detailed answer. And so I thought I'd give it a go this morning and ask it to describe Querim Beach. So if our little video's not doing it for you, maybe the description from this artificial intelligence will do it. Would you like to read it? So
well, let's see if you can understand me.
It's a challenge, isn't it?
Querim Beach, also known as Querim Beach, is an scenic... Wait.
Stop walking. You can only do one thing at a time, right?
Exactly. It's an scenic and serene beach located in North Goa, India. It is a popular spot for tourists and locals alike, offering stunning views of the Arabian Sea, golden sand and clear water. Querim Beach is known for its peaceful atmosphere, making it an ideal place for relaxing and unwinding. Despite being less crowded compared to other popular beaches in Goa, it still offers various activities like sunbathing, swimming, water sports and fishing. There are also several shacks and restaurants nearby that serve fresh seafood and other local delicacies. Delicacies.
Delicacies.
Delicacies.
And those are being served by sharks?
No, shacks.
Oh, shacks.
Shacks.
So how was that description of Querim Beach from AI via our, again, newest member of the Wildlife team,
This is not
Weather Lady Xiomara Gonzalez?
This is not, I am not the newest member. I have been one of the main members since the beginning, okay?
Now, we're kind of walking back towards where we're going there, so don't we need to be going down this road? Okay.
The city is, the town is that way.
Okay, so let's go then. See if we can go and find the little village. Hopefully I can make it without any damage to my feet.
Like, you have to say also the people around here is very kind and very friendly, because yesterday when we were in our research for an apartment, we went all the way outside of Arambol. It was like 3 kilometers far away. We were carrying our backpacks. We were basically dying of dehydration because it was super hot. And then there was a guy in a car who said to us, "Are you searching for a flat? Are you searching for an apartment?" And he stopped by, and then he brought one of his friends that he was also searching for a place. And then at the end, basically he took us all the way around, trying to find a place. Yeah, helping us to find a place. So it was a very nice experience because it was super kind and it was out of interest of anything. So it was a really good experience, isn't it, Myanmar?
Yeah, it was like, you know, we've been burnt enough by scams in various countries, you know, to the point where you unfortunately you do have your guard up a little bit. But it transpired that the guy and his friend were just being super friendly, super helpful, and it was really nice to kind of have a genuine interaction where in the end the person didn't want anything from you other than to just show you hospitality and for you to enjoy your time here. So that was really enjoyable. Very nice, friendly people here. Right, so I'm assuming we've got to go that way, right? What you'll see as we walk up here in a minute, there's a lot of tents. There's been a market or something here, because a few days ago there was some kind of holy festival. I think it was just a local thing, to be honest. But it's brought people from all over. And then apparently these shopkeepers, these temporary little huts over there, they're like a traveling fair, aren't they, that go all over Goa and Maharashtra. Maharashtra, is that how you say it? Mm-hmm. The neighbouring state. They basically wanderers, like travellers, gypsies, whatever you want to call them, that go around to all these different holy festivals and yeah, sell their goods and whatever. So we'll see them over here in a minute.
All closed anyway because it's very early.
This is one thing which, yeah, we'll skip past this pretty quickly. Let's pretend we haven't seen that.
Should make the worst life decisions sometimes.
Yeah, I'm struggling right now. But, you know, I feel like, you know, Tom Hanks in Castaway, when he first washes up on the desert island and he tries to make temporary shoes, and then he finds, you know, somebody else's shoes, so he cuts them to his size, and then you flash forward 3 years and he's just walking barefoot, because in the end you realise that barefoot is just best. You've got to go through the pain, stand on some stones and some sharp bits, and you'll toughen your feet up. And it's nice, you know, just to be walking on the ground, especially when the floor is warm.
Yeah, we have plenty of Wilsons around here.
Yeah, Wilson, yeah. Wilson! We actually saw a kid playing on the beach yesterday. Was it a kid? And the ball went in the water, and it was like the water was about to suck the ball into the sea.
Yeah.
It was like just all we could think of was that moment where Wilson disappears into the ocean. Wilson! And there's people looking at me funny now. Oh, this has become a struggle. Right, so we've just walked the length of the beach, but we're actually just staying over here. So this is like the little temple. Okie dokie. Must have been quite busy here. We were saying, weren't we, that this reminded us of the ferriers
In Spain.
in Spain, yeah.
Like the beginning version of those ones.
Yeah. One thing that's quite funny is that it doesn't matter where you go in India. It can be Rajasthan, it can be Punjab, it can be Goa. One thing that always remains true is this. Everywhere you go, like, it's very difficult for people to keep their eyes at eye level, isn't it?
Yeah.
But Siamara just said, look, it's a nice hot morning, I've got to put my bikini on, and I said, look, I don't know if it's going to help the views on this video or not. I'm not sure that's what people want, but you just be comfortable. I had no role to play in this.
All right.
Now, I don't know whether this is here all of the time or if this is from the little festival, whether this is going to be cleaned up or not, but yeah, it's sad to see. India is a challenging experience to travel. You know, if you ask anyone, what did you feel about India? And I think for a lot of people it's quite hard to have just one emotion. It's a turbulent experience, you know. It'll be one day that you love it, the next you hate it for various reasons. But the overarching experience towards the end is you had a great time, hence, look, I'm here for the second time. But there are things, as I say, which are challenging and distressing and frustrating more than anything. And, you know, what we've just seen and what we're seeing now, this is unfortunately one of them. But this is the reality of the world, unfortunately. It's the world we live in, and it's the mess that we've made of the ecosystem by the way we're living. So this is not, I'm not trying to say this is India. I'm trying to say that, you know, this is a problem in many, 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 many places. But it's a problem nonetheless.
Yeah. It's a very beautiful, like, natural area, and to be honest, it's very, very polluted. Like, you just can't see plastic everywhere, shit everywhere. See everybody like eating something and just throwing it straight away on the floor.
Yeah.
So even thinking twice, oh, maybe I can find a bin. No, it's just like I eat something now. So
Yes.
it's like it's something that is in the future.
Sometimes, like, when you're carrying your rubbish, trying to find a bin, you know, if you're in Spain or something and you've got a bit of rubbish, like, I'll keep hold of it and I'll find a bin in a minute. But trying to do that here is quite futile.
Yeah, it's quite
The
difficult.
little cat. Good morning.
Morning.
Can you see the little cat?
Yeah.
Now, what I didn't know, what I got told yesterday, you know, me as a British person, maybe I'm quite ignorant. The education system in England doesn't do a very good job of casting a light on the realities of the British Empire. It just says that we were great, we ruled the world, and everybody liked us. Of course, when you travel, you realise that that's not true. But one thing I didn't know, based on my education, was about Goa being essentially a separate entity. The guy told us yesterday, and I haven't had a chance to read into this, so I don't take everything as verbatim, but my impression had always been this, that India, or what it was called back then, I think British India, was a landmass which is what we now know as India plus Pakistan and Bangladesh. However, it got its independence in 1947. But the guy yesterday was saying that Goa was actually a Portuguese colony, which I knew that, but I thought that it was Portuguese way in the past before the British took over. But he was saying Goa actually got its independence in the 1960s. I'm going to have to do some more reading on that. But kind of the way he described it was that until the 60s, Goa was part of the Portuguese Empire, or was a colony of Portugal, before being like absorbed into India. Whether that's true or not, what the details are, I don't know, but the guy seemed fairly well educated. Interesting nonetheless. And when you walk around Goa, yeah, you definitely see the Portuguese influences, especially in the churches, don't you?
Yeah, there is plenty of churches around here, and the name of the churches are very Portuguese.
Yeah, even the names of the people. There's a lot of people in Goa with Portuguese names. You know, like their surnames.
Yeah.
Like it might be some guy might be called Raj or whatever, but his last name might be like D'Souza. You know, like things like that.
That was the guy from one of the chucks.
From one of the what?
From one of the chucks.
Oh, shacks.
Yeah, he was one of the owners of one of the chucks. Remember his face when we came the other day. He was the one who said that all his stuff was...
All I can hear when you say that is shark. He's the owners of one of the sharks.
Chucks.
What a vibrant little place though, eh?
It's really nice. It's very calm right now.
Isn't it nice just to be able to walk down the street and not be kind of dodging trucks and bikes?
Yeah. Well, at the moment, because it's very early, but this place is very well known, so there is a lot of people coming. It's obviously not as busy as Arambol, but there is still people coming at this place.
Yeah. Well, people come, but there's not the facilities available for masses and masses of people to stay.
No.
There's not the same number of hotels and rooms and things like that. So any people that do come, yeah, you're limited by the actual amount of places you can stay. Hence the struggles that we were facing yesterday. Shall we continue? You fancy this road or this road? I'm voting this one.
I'm voting this one as well.
Okay. Let's hope that my feet survive.
Hopefully it doesn't start warming up too much. And...
Oh, well, you'll have to give me a piggyback, won't you?
But I can always pass you my socks.
Thanks. Prefer the piggyback though.
No. It's too big, mi amor. There's a lazy monster sleeping over there.
Where?
That's you.
Oh, the little pooches. I didn't even notice them. See if they wake up.
But it's been burning everything around here.
Well, that's why there ends up being a lot of pollution and smoke in India and places across Asia, because they burn the fields.
Is it a little pooches? What is little pooches?
Oh no, they don't like us.
No, I'm not interested.
Do you want tickles? No, he's a little scared of them.
You don't want some tickles?
No. I know you'll like it. He's thinking, but he's like, no. This one here, though, maybe he likes them. Hello. No, he's scared as well. I wonder why they're so scared. What's the car? How good is that tree? Tell me that wouldn't make the best tree house ever. You know, when you're a kid and like you dream of having the tree house like out the movies, like a Tarzan house or whatever. That's definitely the tree where you'd get it.
That's definitely the one that you want to have. Look at that.
Little scarecrow. I wonder why, like, I see why they put them in fields. You know, like you put them in fields to scare away the birds from eating your seeds, but why would you put one on a roof? Maybe so your neighbours think you're in, so nobody steals your stuff. Right. Alright, Dave's in. Okay. Not gonna break in there. Or maybe that's just the guy's version of Wilson. He's keeping him company while he's working.
Pretty strange.
He's like, hey, Wilson, I don't hear you doing any work up there.
Took your eyes.
¿Qué hora? ¿Qué hora es? 9:48.
Ok, ¿cuántos minutos tenemos?
Otra 15.
Otros 15. I don't know where we are going. Hopefully we have enough time and then we can go to the bridge that it kind of separates
The two
Goa
states.
from Maharaj.
I don't know, I'm as lost with this as you. If you come into this channel for a deep dive into the history and culture, I think right now you're finding you're quite shocked. This channel is just about two lost travellers taking you on their little adventure, finding out, figuring things out along the way, and being very open to our ignorance, right?
Exactly.
So Maharashtra, Maharaja, Mahabhaga. Hope we're not offending anyone. We don't know, but it's essentially the bridge that crosses the two states, isn't it?
Exactly.
And we are the Wonder Life experts. Looks super old, that place, doesn't it?
Maybe this is the temple that it was mentioned in the signpost.
Super old. Don't want to go any further, it might be someone's house, but wow. You think that's like Portuguese style? Hey?
There is a web. Oh, spider web.
Is it a big spider?
Spider web.
Oh, it's there?
It's not
Is that
there.
you? Ooh. Yeah, I'm not going in there because I don't have any shoes on. Obviously. Take it with you.
Let's see what can we find around here. Oh my Jesus Christ, there was a picture of a guy in there. I don't know, it was... Wow. Well, this is a very abandoned place. It's a temple, that's what it looks like it. It's quite interesting. It'll be a scary though. Don't really know if I should carry on. There's some people come sometimes here to pray. There's some incense in there. What is it? Some sugar, probably full of ants. Very interesting. Definitely a temple, but it's quite not well maintained. It's a very strange closet. Right, so I'm gonna come back. I'm back and alive. How are you? To be honest, that was an abandoned temple, and it was like full of things and items, and it was
Full
very,
things.
yeah, it was like a closet. There was some pictures on the wall. There was plenty of things on the floor. It was very, very strange. Very strange.
So this was breaking and entering Querim Beach with Xiomara Gonzalez.
I love breaking the rules.
Typical criminal Colombian.
Excuse me.
Yeah, there's like a weird mix, isn't there? Like it looks like.
It's a temple, but it's abandoned. But
Yeah,
it
but
looks like some people comes.
yeah, but it's like what I'm saying is a weird mix because it looks like traditional Indian, and the facade of it looks more like Portuguese style. Yeah, there's like this weird confluence in Goa because obviously that Portuguese influenced. There's a lot of like Catholicism here. A lot of people are Catholics. There's a lot of churches, but again, being India, there's also a lot of Hindus. I'm sure other religions as well. So that place there, yeah, kind of not sure if it was a church, if it was a Hindu church, if it's changed over the years.
It was a temple, and there were some people in the temple, like some pictures of people, like a guy and like a person without clothes.
Person without clothes.
I mean, like just covering himself here with a towel. Oh. So I don't know, but look like there was an incense. They look quite new. So I don't really know what to say about that. I need to give it a little bit deeper thought to understand what was going on in there. It was scary. It was very scary to be in there.
Sure. Pardon me. So is this the Goa that you imagined? Palm trees, coconuts, quiet, dusty roads, vegetable gardens. Just the beers missing at the moment, isn't it?
Somebody's burning something.
It's over there, yeah, burning the field over there, or they're burning the waste or something. I don't think we're going to make it to the bridge, are we?
I don't think so.
See up in the tree. Are you definitely not going to be able to see this on the GoPro?
Oh, the kingfisher.
Yeah, there's a kingfisher right up there in the tree, sat on the branch. I hope you can see that on the GoPro.
How beautiful.
You know that you're getting older when you become a glorified bird watcher. Be on the beach and like, oh, look at that. Look at that bird, look at the beak on that. Oh, get my binoculars out. When you're a kid and you see those old men in the little dugouts with their binoculars and their cameras taking photographs of birds, you're like, what are they doing? But as you get older, you get a different appreciation for nature, you know. So it's really nice to see all the different animals and the flora and fauna, and yeah, you know, this is why we do it, right? To be more connected with the world and the environment. Massive skateboard that, wasn't it? Temperature's starting to warm up a little bit now.
Going on the right.
The floor is still cool though. The floor is walkable, no problem here. But the air temperature, I definitely feel it on my skin a little bit more now. Maybe this little poochie here likes tickles.
Hello.
Oh, he does.
Oh. Did you just see the woman's feet?
Hmm. He definitely likes it, doesn't he? Worst thing you can do, I think, is walking through the water, because now I've got all the grit stuck to the bottom of my feet. Yeah. Yeah, look at this place. Like, this is like a shrine or a temple, isn't it? That one's definitely Hindu. Ganesha on the front. I really sound like I know what I'm talking about now, don't I? Oh yeah, I know that god. I've spent some time in India. What did you do in India? Drank loads of kingfishers.
Well, that's what you have been doing here every single day, at least 2 or 3 or even 4.
Honestly, you know, I made a video back during COVID times just to kind of keep myself busy, and it was my top 10 tips for extending your money whilst you travel, and one of them was don't drink so much beer, because you know the price of one beer is insignificant, but do it 10 times 10 days in a row, it adds up. So far though, I've not heeded my own advice, because since we arrived in Goa I've had plenty of beers, because it's just nice, it's warm, isn't it?
You deserve it, because
I do.
You haven't been drinking anything for a little while, so we are in a holiday mode.
I do deserve it.
And it's very hot, very hot.
I definitely want to come down these little roads though. Like, you can get some nice like photos down here. Look at this. Imagine, I didn't bring my camera with me, but how nice would that photo be? The little doggies there walking down this tropical street. Look at the bird. What kind of bird is that? I'm turning into that old man again. Wow.
It's quite funny. There is only one goat. Like
Morning.
Lionel Messi, and they have the Argentinian flag.
Well, hard to argue with that. Right, we've got a couple of minutes left. Got 1 minute 30, so maybe let's have a little look down this road. It looks very tropical and inviting, doesn't it? I was just saying then, like, how this would be perfect down here for photos. See back. These are exactly the kind of photos that I want to take. Oh.
Okay, shine is over.
We have a minute still.
And the little pictures are still in some food. Right, so
Look at the little grooves in the tree as well, where they climb up to collect the coconut. Would you climb up there?
I would.
Would you?
I would.
I would do it as well, and I'd probably end up in A&E.
Yeah, probably.
Another broken bone. It's so picturesque, isn't it? It's very pretty.
Yeah, it's very accessory.
Right, well, on that note, our time here with you in Querim has concluded. Refresh the rules for you. We do 45 minutes unedited. So this is why we're drawing a conclusion to this video and not making it to the bridge. But if you'd like to see more of these videos, you can find them in our Wish You Were Here travel list or travel playlist. And yeah, hope to catch you in the next one. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you stuck with us throughout. And let us know if you've been or are coming to Querim or Goa. And yeah, what you'd like from these other videos.
Yeah, and I wish you were here. If you like it, subscribe, and then see you in the next one.